Good day, distinguished educators, professionals in early childhood education. Today's title is Inclusion in Early Childhood Education, Supporting Diverse Learners with Fairness and Excellence. I am Dr. Bashir Ali Muhammad, and this is day 23 of our 90-day professional series on early childhood behavior, environment, and learning. Let me begin with the serious questions as usual. Is inclusion an act of charity or a matter of justice? Let me repeat this question again. Is inclusion an act of charity or a matter of justice? Today's message is clear and firm. Inclusion in early childhood education is not favoritism, it is fairness. Every child deserves access to learning, support, dignity, and opportunity, regardless of ability, background, language, or developmental path. First, what is inclusion? Inclusion means educating children with diverse needs within the same learning environment while providing appropriate support to ensure meaningful participation. This includes children who may have learning delays, physical disabilities, speech difficulties, attention challenges, emotional regulation struggles, sensory sensitivities, or different language background. Inclusion is not simply placing children in the same room. True inclusion ensures access to learning. Access requires adaptation. Number two, equity is not sameness. One of the greatest misunderstandings in education is confusing equality with equity. Equality gives every child the same thing. Equity gives each child what they need. In early childhood classroom, this may mean providing visual schedules for children who need structure, offering extra time for certain learners, using assistive tools, simplifying instruction, modifying activities without lowering expectation. Fairness does not mean identical treatment. It means appropriate support. Number three, the benefit of inclusion. Inclusion benefits all children, not only those with identified needs. Children in inclusive environment learn empathy, cooperation, respect for differences, patience, social responsibility. Diversity trains social development. Children exposed to different early are more adaptable later in learning. Exclusion weakens the community. Inclusion builds community. A practical illustration for today's series. Imagine a child who struggled with language comprehension. Without inclusion strategies, the child may withdraw or misbehave. An inclusive approach would use visual aids, pair the child with supportive peers, break instruction into smaller steps, check understanding regularly, reinforce effort consistently. The goal is participation, not isolation. Support does not reduce standards, it enables access to standards. Number four, avoiding stigma. Children are observant. If support is delivered in a way that isolates or embarrasses, stigma develops. Inclusion must protect dignity. For example, instead of publicly announcing accommodations, quietly implement them. Instead of labeling children openly, focus on skills and growth. Children should feel supported, not exposed. Professional directions matters. Reflections for educators. As usual, ask yourself, do all children actively participate? Have I adapted instruction for diverse learners? Do I promote peer support respectively? Do I avoid negative leveling? Professional inclusion requires planning, not assumption. Classroom must be designed for diversity. You can apply this for an immediate application to see the result tomorrow. Let's tomorrow identify one child who may need additional support at just one aspect of your lesson. Provide visual guidance, simplify instruction, offer extra modeling, create structured peer assistance, observe the difference. Often, minor adjustments produce major improvements. A deeper insight for today's series about inclusion. Inclusion is not lowering expectation, it is raising opportunity. Early childhood is the stage where support is most effective. Intervening early prevent larger academic gaps later. Ignoring differences widening the inequality. Supporting differences build equity. Professional educators lead with fairness. In conclusion, an inclusive classroom communicates one powerful message: you belong here. Belonging increases confidence. Confidence increases participation. Participation increases learning. Early childhood education must reflect the values we want in society: respect, equity, of an opportunity. Tomorrow, we examine another important topic: giftedness in early childhood, supporting advanced learners without neglecting others. I remain Dr. Bashir Ali Muhammad. Thank you for your attention. See you on day 24. Thank you.